Alright, now y'all saw what happened in the last video. Cops showed up instead of 15-year-old girl. Now, mother and see what the police found in daughter's garage, right? Subscribe and hit that post notification bell.
You open that?
Should fit in here.
I mean, she's in there. Oh, she's in there.
When I started thinking about the video, started scrolling down and seeing what type of video it was, I didn't really thought a video of kid. Right, cut the body up, put it in the track in, and then stuff in there for how many? For for a month, for a year, for what? For what reason to do that? Come on.
712 haggard.
Police department. Police department.
She probably she's scared. She's scared.
Are you Patricia?
She really scared.
This is 50-year-old Carol Ray. She lives with her mother, Patricia, and her 3-year-old daughter.
Is Patricia here?
No, she's not here right now. She's not.
Oh, you're 52? Alright. I thought it was a little young. I thought it would be like a little young, like probably like I would say like 40 something and under. But you're 52, so your mother had to have been probably like I would say had to have been probably like in her 60, like 60 to 80 some years old.
Okay, I'm just asking because someone was worried they didn't know where she was at.
My son John and him and her having a little bit of a tiff because he owes her quite a bit of money. And he's been trying to call her for 24 hours now. And I gave her the message yesterday.
This made sense to the cops. Carol's mother, Patricia, didn't want to deal with her greedy grandson and decided to move out and ignore him. Or at least that's what Carol claimed, because at this point, police are completely unaware of the horrifying secrets that lie just
so you
feet
making
away
it
from
up
them
like this,
inside
like
the house.
he
And over the course of the next few days,
his grandma
this
for
simple
money
missing report
and to
would turn
step
into hands
to
down
everything,
the
but
most
this don't make
gruesome
no
and
fucking
disturbing
sense.
case that they had ever worked on.
And then I get a text message from Carol's mom, but it doesn't read like Carol's mom.
My grandma just texted me, I guess.
Okay.
Sent the cops to my house again. My grandma's not at the house.
It's clear that you're not telling us the truth. Where is she at, Carol?
Following the interaction with Carol the previous night, John would call the police again, slowly becoming more concerned that something had happened to Patricia. So at 11 a.m. on January 22nd, officers would arrive at Carol's house for a second time with the intent to find a conclusive answer to John's worries.
Grandma's Patricia.
The house not in bad
Mom
condition.
is
That's one thing.
Carol. Hi. Are you Carol?
Yes.
Is Patricia here?
No, she's not. She's getting her B12 shot or something like that with Dr. Positive.
It's not written down anywhere in here?
Maybe on, no, she writes down on with Dr. T on the old calendar.
This little girl.
This is my daughter, Allison, her granddaughter.
Hi.
Oh, okay.
Does she live here with you?
Yeah, we live together.
Your grandma?
Yeah.
Or your
My
mom?
mother.
Sorry.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
been staying at her sister's house for a couple of days because we just got diagnosed with pneumonia and got home from the hospital. I had a diverticulitis that ruptured.
Okay.
So
She's back here though, staying here primarily now?
clothes. I mean, all of her clothes and everything are here. She came by yesterday, and she was here not last night, but night before last, and she was here yesterday until about 5 p.m. and picked up her medications and a fresh change of clothes and stuff like that.
Okay. The only reason we're here is because your children are concerned about your grandma.
My son John, yeah, he sent you guys over last night, which I contacted my mother about, and she had a fit, and I was going to go down to the Roseville Police Department today about it. Well, there's a little bit of a...
I want to make sure I'm getting the full picture the full picture of this situation. I'm not talking about the mother that died by her daughter. Alright? I'm talking about like this. If that's supposed to be your daughter, right? Then why your son? Your son had to be like 20 something.
Financial money issue between my mother and my older son John.
Okay.
And he borrows a lot of money from her and doesn't repay it. He's got a truck in the backyard she bought him, a car in the garage that she bought him that she took back because he didn't pay the insurance on it. So my mom is a very finicky woman, so she got pissy about that. And I'll call him when I goddamn ready to call him. I got things to take care of.
Right.
Okay. My
How
mom
old's
told
your
me-
mom?
I said she's 69 this year.
Based on Carol's story, Patricia is back living at her house and is currently at the doctor's office getting a monthly shot. Everything lines up. Patricia temporarily stopped communicating with John due to a financial dispute. However, John, being a caring grandchild, got worried something more sinister was at play. It seems like it was just miscommunication. However, officers decide to get all of Patricia's information and check her room just to ensure nothing's off.
All right.
Where's her room here?
And it's right back here.
Can we just look at it?
Yeah, if you want to see where her clothes are and everything. You want to show them where Grandma B's? Oops, I'm sorry, baby. You want to show them where Grandma B's room is? Her room is the last one on the right. Allison's is the first one on the left here. Yep, we would let Natalie sleep in this bedroom since Grandma B spent the night right with so that she can have her stuff on. All my mom's stuff.
And all her clothes are in there.
All my mom's stuff is right there. Fresh clothes that she just washed.
Okay. All right, we're good. We get the call, you know, and then there's one side of the story, and then there's the other. So if he's got everyone worked out, like he said, he might call. Someone else might call, and you don't want us showing up here a million times. So we want to just see her in person. Hey, you're fine. That's all we need to do. Okay.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
The officers have one simple task to
It's
wrap
not
this
making
case up.
no sense
Simply
what she
confirm
saying.
Patricia is
The
okay
story
with
don't
their own
match up.
eyes. To do this, Officer Pelt decides to call the doctor's office where Patricia is apparently being treated. However, the call doesn't go as planned.
2 hours later.
Wait, what?
From Woods Cardiology, how can I help you?
Hi, this is Officer Pelt with the Roseville Police Department. I'm just calling because I believe you have a patient in your office by the name of Patricia Bennett. And she has some family members that are concerned about her and are trying to just make sure she's there.
Nope, she's not here. Her, actually, they might have got the date mixed up. Her appointment is, February the 13th. But I'm gonna go ahead.
Holy moly! Yo! She said that she moved, that she been in the hospital, but the daughter got mixing up the thing. So now, it like, you see the timeline. You see the timeline from the day you said to the day that she's supposed to be in there. So like, now, the doctor, the assistant of that doctor play is really telling y'all this. Now, like, the couple putting everything together, putting the pieces together.
Go ahead and ask a couple of my colleagues just to make sure, like, did she come here or anything like
Is
that.
she planning on coming there?
Nope, she's not supposed to be in today. Nobody's seeing, like, she hasn't come in yet or anything like that, but we can watch out and
She runs the book.
Suddenly, things are starting to misalign. John insists that
Yeah.
he thinks Patricia is missing, and now the only person living with her is lying about her current location. Something is definitely not adding up. So officers decide to speak to John again to further investigate the strange situation.
It's not making sense with Carl's story and not adding up to
I
John.
just don't get why my grandma make a Facebook post saying she's at home. You guys show up and she's not there.
And that was literally
that's
2
not
minutes
suspicious.
ago. As soon as you pulled away, she texted my dad that.
There may be other circumstances that we're not aware of, or the family's not aware of.
I'm hoping I just have a pissed off.
So what your expectation is that this woman here who's your mother,
Yeah.
is hiding your grandmother from you?
Yeah,
For what reason?
for months.
She's trying to take the money from her that you think is entitled to
It's not
you?
even about
No,
that.
no.
Our
Okay,
grandma
I don't know.
raised us,
No.
You know?
Your grandmother, what
Our grandma raised us. She
raised
took
you?
our
Okay.
money.
Okay.
So generally, yes, I'm really concerned
Our mom's
about
been in and out of our
where
life.
she's at.
Right, okay.
You know, our mom was never in our life.
and I just don't want my grandma to be passed away and she's collecting, or hopefully she's just hiding her because she's sick, and my grandma doesn't want to know. I'd rather have a pissed off grandma than a missing or a dead.
For one, I would rather see my grandma die by natural causes, right? I would not want to live a day where I experienced that my grandma died by a car accident, or somebody murdered her, or she killed herself.
Well, if she's dead, then, I mean, if she's got a body hiding somewhere or has done away with her, I mean, and then trying to collect Social Security or whatever she receives, I mean,
She's trying to collect some money. She's trying to collect some money from her mother. That's the only reason why she's doing it. She trying to collect that Social Security money. That big check, that moolah.
Not pursue them.
Okay.
Fully. That had like lock her up because that's your daughter, but
I'm not trying to get her in trouble, but why would you keep lying? But so that's nothing's adding up. My grandma just texted me again.
Okay.
And there were cops in my house again. My grandma's not at the house.
John's claims are frankly terrifying. Not only does he suspect his mother of stealing from Patricia and using her money, but he thinks she may have even murdered her. Accusing your own mother of committing such a terrible act is something officers need to take seriously. However, there's no evidence to suggest that Carol had even harmed Patricia, let alone killed her, so these claims feel drastic, unfounded, and premature. Officer Jarabek seems to have felt these claims were over the top as well, so he would lead John to the station to file a missing persons report. Additionally, he wants to learn about John's history with Carol, and why he thinks she may have killed Patricia. Alongside John would be Carol's ex-husband TJ, who claimed to have important information that could help solve the case.
We're just gonna record you and I.
Alright.
Alright? So when did you physically last see your grandmother eye to eye?
Probably after Halloween, beginning of November, before I went to North Carolina. I came back from North Carolina Thanksgiving, so didn't see her. Went there on Christmas, didn't see her. I've been calling her and asking her to...
Hold on. So the last time John saw his grandma was on Halloween, on October. So you tell me you didn't see her
Many months later.
That's crazy. So you tell me your mother probably killed your grandma and probably stuff her in somewhere. Cause you can't go and to hide the body. Like your mom had to plant this a month ago.
Call me. I need to hear your voice, or have my mom have you call me. I need to hear your voice, or I'm gonna do a welfare check. I threatened that a couple weeks ago. All right. Yesterday I just cracked and finally called it in.
And now you haven't had any voice contact with her since Thanksgiving?
Somebody's been texting me off her phone or off her Facebook. I know it's not her just because of the words they use. It's not how my grandma talks.
When was the last time you saw Carol?
Last time I saw Carol, period.
Not Carol, Patricia.
Oh, okay. I'm like every time I drop my daughter.
yeah. We're like Patricia. Contact with Patricia, yes.
Yeah, it was around.
If you ever want to know why I block ads with Pi, this is why I block ads with Pi. I just found what may be the big...
Halloween time. I did receive
wait,
one text message the other day.
He even said Halloween too! And the text message don't match up either! Whoa. Two stories that adding up, but Carol's story not adding up to their story. So her ex-husband and son and saying they only saw it on Halloween. But and then the text don't make no sense. So they can tell that you're lying.
Stating that she was sorry for holding up Carol. Carol and my daughter were supposed to hang out because it was my birthday this weekend. Again, around 6 o'clock, I started texting her. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? You know, it's my birthday. We were supposed to be celebrating it and blah, blah, blah.
You, Carol, and Allison are supposed to be celebrating on Sunday, your birthday.
Right, and then I get a text message from Carol's mom, but it doesn't read like Carol's mom, but it says, sorry, I'm holding her up, signing over the cars and giving her title to house and insurance stuff so she can get that stuff fined Monday.
That don't make no sense at all.
It comes up kind of misspelled. It's because she don't wear glasses and stuff like that.
The only contact that you've had with her was from
a random message, and she said that she was with my aunt. So I did some research. I went there today and spoke with my aunt. She hasn't spoken with my grandma since 2015.
Remember how Carol said that Patricia
You never
moved over to
spoken
live at
since
her sister's
2015?
house?
Is Patricia here?
What life
John
did for
visited
y'all?
that house.
What did life came to go this scream? Come on, Carol. Come on, my girl.
His sister claimed that she hasn't seen Patricia in over 5 years.
Wait, you never seen her over 5 years?
Saying that she was home and messaged my dad that she was home when we know she wasn't there because the cops were there. My dad
Alright.
screenshotted them all and sent me those messages.
Okay, can you email those to me?
One thing I do know, and I mean, in this type of situation, I would hope it's more true than it is the other, is I've known Carol since I've been 20. I mean, like, bold face, like, you can show her, like, here's a picture of you, and I have. Here's a picture of you doing this, and da-da. So,
Alright.
I mean, so she's always been a chronic liar.
Wait. So you saying she was a crying liar? That means she was like seriously liar that she tried to hold on and stand the truth a little bit, like extend a rope, but you try not to stand too much until it breaks. That's what she trying to do.
Especially when she's off her meds. She
Off
does
the med?
take lots of medicine, longer than I think even we were together. I mean, I'm sure you can get her list of
The
medicine
whole
that she's
story
taking, but I guess she lost her
Carol not adding up the
therapist,
whole story.
so she has not had medicine for the last couple months. And when that happens, things get kind of wonky with her.
Any other conversations?
Or then calling the house phone, social
The
media.
whole story not adding up,
Messenger,
Chad.
calling her that
It
way,
really not adding
texting
up.
her, nothing, and then on 12th of
Carol's story not
January,
adding up
my
to
mom texted
her
me off
ex
her
and
phone,
her son's story.
Grandma B's sleeping, getting over ammonia here. I was like, have her call me. I need to hear
Alright.
her voice. She never does this. She
Alright.
always calls me.
Alright.
And there was no response.
These interviews help clarify why John would go as far as saying Carol had killed Patricia. She's been lying to them for months. Nobody's been able to see or speak
She was
to
lying
Patricia, and she
to
happens
y'all
to have
for
a
2
decent
whole
surplus
months
of cash
and
that the
not
family
seen
has been
a
pulling
damn
from.
thing.
And remember,
Insane.
on top of all of that, Carol lied to police about Patricia's whereabouts at the doctor's office. The evidence makes it abundantly clear that Carol's not telling the truth and trying to hide something. And it's
She trying to
likely
hide
something
something.
horrible.
The crazy thing about it, she trying to hide something in that house, and she not telling nobody. So that mean your kid is probably gonna be in the system, or your kid gonna go and stay with one family member that willing to take care of him, and you gonna be in jail. One or the other. The people reacting to it gonna find out. The cops gonna find out. Your ex-husband and your son gonna find out. We gonna find out what happened to her.
Terrifying. So police try and visit her house a third and final time, but this time they aren't leaving without answers.
Hello.
Hi again. Hi. Is she here now? No, she's up at the Liver Cancer Institute getting her B12 shot. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be gripey with you, but
Where is she at?
We're just getting conflicting information, that's why.
The doctor's office that you told us she went to, she's not there.
with cardiovascular is where she goes. Dr. Tapazzo is who treats her leukocytic white blood cell cancer.
Just stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
You said
You
she was
can't lie
at
to
Woods
the cop.
Cardiovascular.
You can't lie to him. Stop it. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. It's too late. It's too late, Carlos. Just stop. Just stop it. Just stop it.
Thank you. I can't keep all of it. Woods Cardiovascular is where she's been treated.
Yeah? So
Is where she's been treated for a long time with Dr.
And how did she get there?
Tapazzo.
And how did she get there?
Her sister drives her, or I drive her.
You didn't drive her today, so today,
And sometimes her neighbor across the street.
how did she get there today, though?
I believe her sister.
Her sister.
Yes.
The sister that lives in Warren?
Yes.
Okay. But you.
The sister live in Warren. Your aunt live in Warren, right? So how did your mother get to the hospital today? How did your mother get to the hospital today? Are you
Approximately 10 hours later.
still can stay on? Like, it's the truth. The cops are not on their full crap story a lie. Just tell them the motherfucking truth and you'll be safe. Yeah, you go to jail. Yeah, the kid will be in the system and probably be with a family member, but you're never gonna take care of that kid.
You don't have your sister's number.
I don't talk with my aunt or my uncle.
Well, last night
Everybody's okay.
She stayed over there.
when the officer came here, she did not speak
Oh,
directly
don't
to
say
her.
aunt.
She spoke to me. Okay. Because
Like,
she was at my aunt.
like-
She was here yesterday.
Like, come on.
Right before
Every
last.
nephew
Is that your phone?
and niece should have one of their aunt numbers. Like, come on. Ain't no way you don't got your aunt number.
You're bothering. You're upsetting me.
She doesn't look upset.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Because you don't hear what she says when she leaves. I just went through a really bad domestic violence divorce situation and CPS up my butt.
Okay.
That's the two
We're
terms
not
this
here,
year.
but that's not what we're here for. We're here to find out if your mom's okay. We got a bunch of people who are concerned about her, and no one seems
Yeah,
to know.
everybody
My son's
concerned.
father, my son,
I'm concerned.
and his
I'm why
brother,
you
he's
reacted
got
to
his
this.
brother on high
I'm
right now, which
concerned.
his brother's
Come
wife was just here
on.
yesterday morning while my mom was laying on the couch to pick up $200 to do her tabs for the car, for my
Right.
son's car.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I can show you a picture of my daughter and my mom.
She's
sitting on the
sending
couch.
messages telling everyone she's here.
She's currently here.
Now she's coming back.
So why you not giving the cop the information? Just tell the cop the information and you live free. Just come on, woman. Tell the cop the truth.
Back here because she just called.
She just called. Why don't you call her right now? While we're here.
She don't want to.
And she's on her way,
She don't
then
want
shortly we'll be able
to.
to resolve
She
this.
knows she don't want to.
Can I turn this back on for her?
Yeah.
You can see
That's
that
fine.
I'm actually. Oh.
One thing I think
You
she
want
had
to
that
speakerphone?
phone. She would probably have buried that phone somewhere where you
Will she
can't hear
answer
it.
you? I don't know. She went up there to get her B12 shot.
Notice the drastic change in Carol's demeanor when she was directly asked to call Patricia. She's no longer deflecting, but rather soft-spoken and deliberate with her choice of words.
Nah.
Pay attention to Carol's body language as she's asked more of these direct questions.
I know she's supposed to be calling John because John's the one that started this 3-4 nights ago, threatening to call if she didn't talk to him. Yeah, if she didn't talk to him by noon the next day. I had her call before she went to Sam's Club. It was like
it possible then that
11:45, 11:50.
Is it possible then that she could just speak to John directly?
Yeah.
Well, then why hasn't she?
Like face to face.
Yeah.
So that they're at ease.
What she said?
Yeah.
We're sending messages to
Do
each
you want to
other.
call her again?
Call again. Call again.
I'm sorry.
Call
She was talking
again.
to talk
No.
about
Call
What did
call
you say?
again.
Why can't your mother directly speak to John? Not through a message, not through text.
She can't.
FaceTime.
I don't have nothing to do with her and John, though.
Well, that's why we're here.
I'm getting stuck in the middle of it.
Yes, and so are we.
So are we, and we have to figure. We have
Man,
to.
come on.
You wanna just
Come
call her
on.
again?
We all
What's
stuck in
doctor's
the
office
middle
she's
of this whole situation.
No, the Weber Cancer Center is behind Macomb Hospital.
Coincidentally, Officer Peltz would call this doctor's office, and yet again, Patricia was nowhere to be found. Officer Pelt knew something was off and decided to call in Detective Jarabeks to question Carol officially.
Oh, not the
confront her about her
detective.
growing list of lies.
Now you bring in detective?
The son of her. If this does go downhill and she starts making any admissions, let's stop, get her to the station. We'll do a search warrant, whatever we have to do for the house. But if she starts,
Do you want to do a consented search first, so we can gather in at the house first? Does she have consent?
yeah, let's see. Well, let's start out with that.
She's already let me go through the house.
Did you go through the garage?
I have not been
The
through the
car,
garage.
just check the cars.
No, I just went through the house.
Yeah. Y'all only check through the whole house. Y'all never checked the garage. That's suspicious. I think she's gonna try to barricade the garage door or the actual garage and not let y'all go in.
Let's get to the south camera. So she's at her breaking.
Okay. This is Detective Garabix.
Excuse me.
Yes. Hi. So we're gonna
I mean, if you don't mind, we'll get consent from you to search the house to see if there's anything that would lead us to think of who she may have went with to help you out and figure out where she went.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't tell you otherwise, right? You're under the impression she was supposed to be with her sister.
Yes.
That's what she told you.
Yeah.
Who lives in the house?
I do. My mom and this little girl for her over.
Has she done this in the past?
My mom doesn't tell anybody what she does.
And your son seemed pretty concerned that she was in here.
My son John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she tells you that she's with her sister.
That's got me.
That's concerning, correct?
That's got me worried. I'm not worried, but aggravated.
She's not answering her phone calls. The people that she says she's with, she's not.
Mm-hmm. That's got me aggravated.
I won't feel right if I leave this house without looking for anything that can point us in the right direction. Do my job properly and make sure that. And I guarantee when she walks back in this door, and she finds out that I searched for her stuff to help try to find her, she's probably gonna be okay with it because that's what most people would be okay with, correct?
I'll open up her bedroom door so you can see her stuff or whatever. I'll unlock the car for you so you can look at it and whatever, or whatever you want to do. I don't want to sign anything and get in trouble.
Okay.
You are in trouble already. She talking about she don't want to sign nothing because you ain't in trouble. You are in trouble already.
Her clothes, like she was spending the night anywhere.
Well, she has a personal thing for coat and boots.
Yeah, does she normally sleep over people's house without?
Well, she does. She did this time, and she has in the past. Those are puzzles.
In the past.
She's doing
Obviously medical issues.
Oh yeah, she's had medical issues for a while. She takes
What I'm saying is that's also when we're looking at somebody being missing, it's concerning because anything can happen. When she's had COPD, she's had a stroke already.
Yeah.
You understand? She's
out there.
You don't seem very concerned. I'm more concerned for your mom than you are.
I am concerned. I've talked to her and seen her in the past 24, 48 hours.
But now
I'm frazzled because she's lied to me about talking to my and I don't know why she would do that.
So I mean, we're concerned because your mom left, but she didn't even pack a bag to go. You know.
For an overnight, she won't leave.
It's not making no sense.
Up on Hall Road.
So for like an overnight, you don't pack like just a toothbrush, a change of clothes, underwear.
Any teeth?
Obviously, some.
Yeah, obviously, if you go overnight to somebody's house, like a family member house, right? Or you go on vacation or a hotel, right? You don't pack no type of clothes, no pair of shoes, and accessory, no toothbrush, no nothing. And so you saying that if you stay overnight, you don't pack no nothing?
Something's going on here.
Yeah, it all not adding up.
We need to start fresh. And we need to tell we need you to tell us exactly what happened.
Yeah, start from the beginning, from scratch. Like, risk everything you just told them.
Extremely nervous.
Well, yeah, I had the police here last night and today. Yeah.
Carol, obviously, something.
Carol, just tell them. Like, come on. They're not gonna leave until. Me said the cop is not gonna leave that house, Carol, until you find out. Until they find out what happened to your mother. Why would the cop leave and then go with their date? They're not gonna leave a big case like this and leave it unsolved.
That's apparent to us. We're trained investigators. We know when something's not right and something isn't right. You have many people outside of you that are concerned about your mother's whereabouts. Where is she at, Carol?
Yeah, you have family, you have friends, you have neighbors that knew her, that concerned about your mother too.
Carol yet.
Like, come
They're
on.
extremely close. If they can get verbal consent to search the property, they may be able to find clues to further solve the case or get Carol to reveal more information.
Might find clues. Like blue clue, find paw print on what blue want. They can find paw print, find the clues, everything like law and order to figure out the massive case.
You need to come clean now. Let me know where your mother's at. If she's in this house or in your garage, that she passed away from natural causes or whatever it is, and you didn't want to do anything because maybe you needed some extra money for Social Security or whatever it is, we can get through it. But right now, what you're doing is you're hiding somebody who's possibly dead. Okay?
Absolutely not.
Yes, you
Carol,
are.
she's been in this house
She
for
said,
2 months.
I'm
Please.
asking. She told me, I'm actually not. Bro. You're making the case even worse. Cause now you're hiring someone, not something, but someone that probably dead, and you say, I'm actually not. You probably are. You just don't want to say nothing cause you're scared. Like you're literally so shivering that you might attemptly go to jail, and you don't want that.
She's got dirty clothes in the laundry room. She's got clean clothes hanging right there.
What does that have to do with anything?
That don't got to do nothing about her death. It don't got to do nothing about her death or
in your life
misappearance.
Yeah, that's odd because she left for the night. Wouldn't she want to brush her hair in the morning?
Yeah.
Carol was caught lying through her teeth multiple times. However, despite all of that, detectives couldn't get the consent to search her property. This leaves them in a tough situation. It's clear Carol is lying and hiding Patricia's whereabouts.
Carol hiding her whereabouts by Patricia and don't want the cop to know where she at. Because Carol knows where she at, but if the cop go and search, the cop gonna find something that they will literally regret on looking at.
But with no solid evidence, they can't be certain of Carol's involvement in the disappearance. But luckily, the police had a trick in mind, involving Carol's current boyfriend, Ricky. Since Ricky has been living in the house with Carol, he has the authority to give consent to areas of mutual access. In this situation, that allows officers to search the majority of the property despite Carol's objection to the search. As long as Ricky doesn't have any involvement in Patricia's disappearance, he would have no reason to object to a search of the property.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Help yourself.
Not too bad. Are you Ricky?
Yeah.
Okay. Gonna step back here. Some of these detectives want to talk with you.
Detectives?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh, they'll talk with you.
When was the last time you saw Patricia? Like, physically saw her in person?
Physically saw her. It's probably been about a month.
Would you mind coming to the station with us?
It's been 1 month? It's been a month later that you saw her?
Well, we're trying to find. We want to find Patricia, but we're getting.
She's not over at sister's house?
No. How long?
I mean, she's lied on me.
Who's lied on you?
Like Carol.
What do you mean by she lied behind you?
She's the one that told me that she was at her sister's house.
Thankfully, it seems as though Ricky has no idea of the crimes. More importantly, he would agree to a search of the property, granting them access to most of the home. If they discover anything serious, they'll need a search warrant to investigate it further, but a cursory look around the property is now fully legal. They begin by searching her backyard and cars.
I don't know. Oh, Carol, you're done for it. Carol, you're done for it. You're done. Carol, you're done for it. If they look in that garage, you're done for it. I'm telling you. Cause you could have been hiding. Like, if the garage was clean out, I can say one thing: you're good. But if you got, you're not good. If the garage clean out, you're good. But if she got so much stuff in that garage, oh, you're done for it. You're done for it. You're done.
After coming up empty in the backyard, they check the last remaining spot, Carol's garage.
Boyfriend's here.
Yeah, Carol, wait. You're done for it. You're done for it, Carol. You're done. You're going to jail, Carol. You're going to jail.
Fit in here.
I mean,
ooh, bloody.
Oh, all right.
Alright, bloody towel. Okay. It seems a little off. Bloody towel. Okay.
Open up. Let's see.
A bloody towel. Hold on.
I don't know. I'm not just.
No, you can't leave. They found bloody towel.
I don't know. He's looking. Nothing. I think I opened up that grave bin and it's full of bloody towels. And it stinks like a dead body.
Are you kidding me?
Swear to God.
You gotta get the search warrant up.
Huh? For what?
If it's in there, Bodecker wants us.
For what?
If there's
We're searching for the
There's a
body.
bloody pillow.
If there's a bloody pillow in here, sorry.
Yeah, there's a body in there.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh, hey! No, no, no! You tell me. You tell me that it wasn't just a blade towel, it was actually a body in there? Wow. Wait, how long that body been there? Because that body had been there for a month after a time. So that body had been decaying, stink, and smell. And like she didn't even try to hide that body.
The legs from the far corner.
Okay.
Close back.
Sure.
I'll go get the thing up there.
Somebody said he was back here. So he needs to. Everybody needs to. That's a boyfriend. He just showed up. We've been looking for him.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Lieutenant. I just opened up a big plastic storage bin and it smelled really bad. It was full of blood and towels, and you can see a body in there. So that's kind of where we're at.
All right. We hook her, bring her in. What about
Everybody was saying, people, the brothers, we need to find out what they were telling officers, because they were saying he was like in the back there yesterday. He was coming and going. Somebody might have seen.
There is
Yeah.
still moisture on the top of that. I open it and there's still moisture on the top, so that's not been in there long.
And they were somebody we got to talk to over there. They said, hey, you know, the door was open yesterday and he was coming and going, and then all of a sudden his car was gone.
This dude? Whose boyfriend is it?
This is the girl in Carol's.
The daughter.
I say we bring him in.
Yeah.
Not only had they found Patricia's deceased body in the storage bin, but the body still wasn't dry, meaning the murder couldn't have been more than 2 months ago as John originally suspected. This terrifying scene couldn't have made the truth more clear. Carol Ray had killed her mother and had been covering it up for weeks. However, she may not have been the only one involved in this.
Wait a minute! Nah, I thought she was the only one involved in the crime of killing the mother. Now, you tell me, the boyfriend is playing in the role of killing the mother too? Wow. I thought the boyfriend was neutral, didn't have nothing to do with it. I can see why the boyfriend let the cops search Carol place. I see why.
Ricky had been staying at the house for months now, and the cops believe he had to have known about the murder if he'd been living beside it the entire time. With
Yeah,
this in
you
mind,
had to.
Police placed Carol under arrest
Like,
immediately.
even though he didn't do the crime, right? But he had to know that Patricia was gone in them 2 months.
And detain Ricky too.
Carol, go ahead and stand up for me. Drop the chains behind your back, okay? Think you know why we're going, but I suggest you think about what you need to tell us, okay?
Your chains on your back. Any weapons on you? No. I might have my knife on me over there.
Following Carol and Ricky's arrest, both would sit in a jail cell while they waited for detectives to arrive at the station. Multiple hours later, they would bring Carol in for her first interrogation.
Hi.
Obviously, Carol, we're here to talk to you about what's going on here. The further we let this keep rolling, the further it's going to get without you being able to, shed some light on this, okay?
The goal for this interrogation is not to get Carol to confess, because she obviously did it, but to determine a motive and
She
figure
already
out
did
if
it,
Ricky
but
was
she ain't
also
gonna confess. She knows she did it, but she's not gonna tell you from step to step why she did it. It's no accident on murdering someone. Don't ever say it was accident on murdering someone.
I don't believe so. I can't give you advice, but if you want to tell your story, you can tell it how it is. I don't have to ask any questions. If you want to get it out, you can do that. At the same time, once I tell you your rights, if you don't want to talk, you don't have to talk.
That night, we were sleeping between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m.
in the morning, and I heard loud banging. My daughter and I were sleeping in my room, the back, and my mom was sleeping on the couch. Anyway, there was a big crash, and it sounded like someone was breaking through the glass window or breaking down the door in the living room. I grabbed my gun. I was running down the hallway and had my finger on the trigger like an idiot. But I went, not running, but walking fast down the hallway. And I hit with my right foot to the front of that hallway, making my hand like this, and it went off. Doing thing when I shook her shoulder, and then I heard gurgling. And I screamed, "Mom!" and pulled her on the floor. And I noticed that energy was coming out of her mouth. But I thought somebody had broken the window or something like that. There was a huge, loud crash.
If a suspect is highly emotional when recalling an event, they will often have trouble remembering certain details in that moment.
So back what he was saying is, stress can inhabit the way we form and retent memory. So what he was saying by that is, when you so stressed, you'll forget like what really happened. So that means she's so nervous that she even in the situation that she not telling the cop everything, right?
You'll often notice the suspect unable to form full sentences and stuttering in their speech.
Yeah, when you
Carol
real nervous,
shows none of this.
you can tell.
While crying, she manages to form a detailed timeline of how she killed Patricia. This implies that her story of events may be inaccurate, and the murder wasn't a mistake like she claims. Now that they've heard it, however, the detectives would be able to search for evidence that explicitly countered this story, and that didn't take them long at all. The very next day, they brought Carol back out of her cell and into the interrogation room again. Throughout this interview, see if you can spot the information that the detectives found specifically for this conversation, and watch how they use it to break her story apart.
Going off of what you said yesterday, I know you said you're walking down the hallway, brother, like you heard a noise, and the gun in your hand, the Ruger. You're walking, the owls right there, you tripped. The gun, you used your finger on the trigger, and the gun went off, correct? Okay. You saw your mom bleeding. And then, I think you said you saw coming out of her mouth.
I ran away. I went on it, and it freaked me out, and I dropped it, and I screamed out, and it pulled away. I don't know much better. I shoulder to call her name. I called her name. She was just back. And it was just gurgling sound. And it was something trickling out of my mouth.
The cops are clearly trying to come across as understanding and compassionate to Carol, but if their main goal was to make her feel comfortable, they wouldn't have sat her in the corner of the room and positioned themselves between her and the door. They want to eventually make her feel so cornered and pressured that she lets go of the truth. So for now...
He is taking right. If you try and make her feel comfortable and calm so you can get every piece of detail, then why you have her in the corner? And then y'all space out, like space out, covering the door. Now she's so stressed out that she's gonna leave out every detail and every step. Like, she's not gonna leave every important stuff, but she's gonna leave out the main stuff that y'all really need to understand and listen.
This nice guy demeanor is a complete act for the detective to build rapport, as he tries to get her to talk as much as possible.
So after that happened, obviously we found your mom in the container in the garage. Now, obviously my concern is kind of understand how she got there, but you gotta explain to me, because to me it seems with your back and everything that you can do this by yourself. So can you walk me through? I understand, obviously, panic, everything sets in, you're freaking out, and it's your mother you love, right? And so, baby was waking up. Okay, can you kind of walk me through the minutes after all that happened? Let me ask you this, was Ricky there that night? You don't have to give them one deal. Okay.
Remember, an important part of this interrogation was
Yeah.
to figure out if Carol's boyfriend Ricky was also involved to any extent. At the moment, Carol is claiming that he wasn't on the scene at all, as they'd recently had a number of arguments. The cops would have a chance to interview him later on, but for now, there's one question regarding him that they just can't seem to get their heads around.
Well, what?
Okay, so Allison was sleeping with you. Ricky wasn't there. Hands was off. You heard the baby waking up. What happened next? Did you leave your mom on the couch? Did you move her somewhere else? I can understand that. Very hard for you to understand. Obviously, you're operating under panic, right? I mean, I can picture myself in a situation, panic, you got your daughter there. Where did you move her from the house to where first? We found her in the garage. Was she moved anywhere before the garage? Directly in the garage? Okay, so this is where I'm concerned with Ricky. And I know this is a hard detail to get through, but picking up your mom, there's no way of picking her. How did you do that by yourself? You're saying Ricky's not there. Did Ricky come over and help? Did you have him help you move? Are you afraid to tell us? Are you afraid of Ricky? You don't have to be afraid. Not to be afraid, I promise. You're scared, aren't you?
Carol remained completely silent for almost 30 seconds after she was asked this question. The cops are right to assume that she's scared, but it might not be for the reasons they think. She could be scared of Ricky and the consequences of implicating him in the crime, but she could also be terrified of the situation she's in. She's going to jail for a very long time. There's no escaping that anymore, and that's a scary reality for her. Whatever the reason is, though, the cops are still doing their best to give her a moral excuse or justification for what she did, so she'll talk a little more. She panicked, and anyone would have done the same. The best thing she can do to make things right is to tell them exactly what happened.
I mean, people panic. And people make mistakes. Yeah, I mean, you know what happens most often in fleeing, when you flee from an accident, it happens all the time when people panic, right? Or say someone gets in a car accident, they smash into a car and they take off, and that person ends up dying. They hear them on the news, and then the lies keep going, and they're like, shit, I should have stayed, but I didn't, right? That's the mistake that you made. I should have stayed, but I didn't. I don't want to keep revisiting, but I have to. How did you get the toad out of the house? How'd you get it past all that stuff in the garage? Is it possible somebody else could have moved it for you?
The cops are really focusing on Carol's inability to physically move Patricia to the garage, as, to them, it was a clear sign that somebody else had to be involved. But at this point, they're not getting anywhere. Unfortunately, this isn't conclusive enough evidence to implicate anyone else, and it's not getting Carol to talk. But that's okay, because the detectives have one piece of evidence that they've been saving for this very moment.
What evidence?
Prove without a doubt that everything Carol said so far has been a total lie.
The other thing I wanted to bring up is they obviously did an autopsy on your mom. They found some puncture wounds in her neck, 3 puncture wounds. Not an old scar, but actual fresh puncture wounds in her neck. How did those get there? Nothing at all. Did you ever with anything after the fact? I'm not saying you were killing her, but you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, I don't know, maybe her out from the street if she was suffering or anything like that. Because here's what I don't want to get caught up. Is that once they tell us exactly how deep they were, if it was a cause of death or contributed to cause of death, it can be really bad. We have to get everything out here now if you're trying to do something with those wounds that don't cause those wounds or anything like that. So I want you to think right now, what could have possibly caused those puncture wounds in her?
It's something that I can't put my finger on it. Because if you ask me to start, right? then why did it cut mark on her neck? That's gotta be something good. It's like she probably cut her in pieces and stuck the body in there. It's some way that she didn't.
I don't know if she had tested or anything like that. I didn't hear anything that
Preliminary.
Bro, the cop not believing a damn word you're saying. They not believing a word you're saying.
A gun accidentally going off and killing someone. Unlikely, but believable. But
It can't happen. The great thing about it, a gun can't actually go off and you can't actually go and kill someone. That's believable. But when there are cut marks on the dead body is another thing. When you got cut marks on a dead body by actually killing someone, then it make it 10 times worse than what it really is.
Knife wounds that Carol hasn't mentioned a single time? It's going to be extremely hard to explain this one away. Not only does this imply the murder was completely intentional, but the fact that Carol hasn't mentioned it means that she knew that was the case and wanted to try to cover that part up.
There's no way she gonna cover that up. Ain't no way she gonna try to cover this up with a lie.
Anybody that's not implicated, that'll get you in more trouble. That'll get you in more trouble. But as we sit and investigate and continue to investigate in the days and weeks, months to come, more things are going to come out. I'm pretty certain of it. And right now, eventually what happened.
Not to my knowledge.
Then right now your mom was in that. And
Not that I know if I didn't tell them.
Say anything to you that would lead you to believe that he knew? Did you actually not have a mistake? Did you actually mean to kill your mom?
Oh, I did not mean to kill my.
Well, I'm not saying that. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, do you understand where, when these things can be answered, that's kind of odd.
I don't know how that happened.
Can I ask you this? Let's go back to controls. Did you freak out after you shot her and she was still breathing and you wanted to make sure that at this point, no good for her to be like this?
Absolutely not. I wouldn't know. Absolutely not.
and maybe you kind of hoping to see, like, it sounds terrible, but like, is she alive? Is she out?
I know.
Okay.
At this point, the interrogation has been going on for over an hour, and Carol clearly doesn't intend to deviate from her story despite all the new evidence.
Yeah,
the detectives
the
are still
great thing
no
Carol
closer to
trying to keep
obtaining
this.
confession.
The great thing is Carol trying to keep this story that she had from the start when the cop came to her house, and she trying to keep it going, so the cop won't dive deep on what really happened to her mother.
Or any information about Ricky from her, so they figure they've got no choice but to speak to the man himself. So later that day, they bring Ricky in for an interview of his own and attempt to get the truth out of him, whatever it may be.
Do you have any idea what's going on?
No, I don't.
You have no clue?
Sure.
Somebody at the house said something about Patty is not at her sister's house where Carol was telling me that she was at.
When was the last time you physically seen Patty? You guys call her Patricia?
Yeah, Patty, Patricia. I don't call her Patty. I physically seen her about, I think it was like a month and a half ago. It was before Thanksgiving.
How often do you stay at the house during time of this?
Every day. I've been there except for, it was like the 8th and 9th when home to my mom's house.
So you've been staying there every day?
Yeah.
Already, Ricky is being much more open and giving much better answers to all of the detectives' questions.
Carol.
He also seems exceedingly calm and as though he's just trying to help the officers out. Right now, he definitely isn't coming across as a murder accomplice or blackmailer.
Yeah,
but there's
not
still
yet.
plenty of time for the cops to catch him out.
And plenty of time for him to fool. But he ain't fooling right now.
What does she do with most of her days?
Most of her days, keeping Allison busy, cleaning the house, doing what she can. But she needs some major surgeries.
Any financial issues with you or Carol or Patty or anything? Nothing.
Carol took care of the bills.
You know where she had the money to if she's not working?
She said she had a joint bank account with her mom.
Carol been acting strange or suspicious to you or different?
She's bipolar, so I always said that she was the world's greatest actress because I can't tell when she's being sincere or not.
World great actor. That look confusing.
I've been telling her she's been feeling more distant.
Ricky, I mean, I don't really necessarily know you, obviously, but you seem pretty nervous to me. What's going on? Is there something you're nervous about?
I'm not nervous about anything.
Where did you sleep in the house?
Mostly in the bedroom with Carol.
Carol's bedroom. Where did
Sometimes on the couch.
Where did Allison sleep?
Mostly in her bedroom.
Let me ask you about the garage. You ever go in the garage?
Yeah.
Ever?
Hardly ever.
When's the last time you think you were in the garage or on the premise?
I think we went to go look for a screwdriver. Jeez, I don't even know. I think it was early December. It's been a couple weeks.
Did she have you go and look for it, or did you go?
No, she's been with me.
Compared to Carol's interrogation, this one seems extremely laid back and relaxed.
Yeah.
It feels as though there's a big chance Ricky genuinely just doesn't know what's going on. However, the cops do pick up on the fact that he's a little nervous. He's finding it hard to look the detectives in the eyes, and he seems a little soft-spoken. So...
Now, if that was me, and I found out that my girlfriend killed her mother, that could potentially been my mother-in-law, and I found that out, I'll look into the car. Hey, I had nothing to do with this. I had nothing to do with it. I didn't know that she was going. No, I didn't even know that. Like, I tried to call, like, I'll be telling the car everything to tell the car, like, I didn't do nothing. I had nothing to do with it.
Clear things up fully, they decide to put the pressure on big time to see if he breaks.
Ricky, we got a problem. We got a real big problem. I think you know what it is, and I think you need to be honest and upfront with us. So we're going to give you the opportunity now. Tell us what really happened.
That's what happened.
What happened?
What I told you.
I'm not talking about the little details we've been asking you. I'm talking about with Patty.
Patty, I don't know. She's been at her sister's house as far as I know.
We know Patty's deceased. Patty's got a gunshot wound to her.
Yeah, the cop know that Patty got a gunshot wound, and Patty got a little stab in her body. And the cop know that Patty not at her sister's house,
We're gonna find
so
out
you can't lie.
when she died, where you were when she died, which I'm betting you were in that house, and you know exactly what happened.
No, we don't. I never had a problem with Patty.
I'm not saying you had a problem with her. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying you know something.
I don't know anything. I swear. You don't know this woman, Carol. She has fucked with my head. She has cheated on me behind my back without me knowing about it. The only way I found out about it was tripping over stuff, finding it on accident. Her showing me something on her phone, and then all of a sudden, I love you too, baby, pops up on her phone.
Why are you with her?
We went to counseling this year, tried to make things work, because I love her, I love her else, and so she's like, oh, I really do.
This is not the reaction a guilty person would give in this position. He's never defensive and he never gets annoyed. He just tries to explain things exactly as they are. He's not upset that he's been caught. It feels like he's upset that he'd ever be accused of this. He also gave a few pieces of information that could be backed up by the detectives, such as the facts that Carol had been cheating on him and that they'd been in therapy. In just 5 minutes, detectives went from assuming him to be the main accomplice to completely discounting him as a suspect. Carol, however, completely stayed in the spotlight, and it was eventually assumed that she acted alone and with intent in Patricia's murder. It was determined that Carol killed Patricia all the way back in November and hid her body for roughly 2 months.
Well, that's why your ex and your son didn't know what happened to Patricia in 2 months. So you tell me in 2 months You had her body hidden in your garage and almost the sea for 2 whole months? That messed up.
Confessed to the crimes. She was charged with first-degree murder, felony use of a firearm, and larceny of $20,000 or more. She faces life in prison. Ricky was...